Hello and welcome to the show. I am back on Forza Horizon 4, going to be building another rally stage. It's another place that I kind of scoped out beforehand, knowing that it was something that I wanted to run the cars around. This is a big old hill outside Edinburgh, essentially. And, well, there's a lot of roads that, well, I guess that there's used for a danger sign, there's a drift zone and so on, but it looks like it would make for quite the fun rally stage. Now, I have a rough idea of where I wanted to put the course going, and I can't because I need to start from one of these pre-existing kind of checkpoints. I'm actually really hoping that this checkpoint is going to be... I should have checked before starting filming. I'm really hoping that this checkpoint is going to start as pointing in the right direction. Otherwise, it might be a little bit of a pain. I hope it's facing the way that we are about, or the way that we approach the checkpoint, because if it is, I know where I want to go. I think it is. Hey, it's actually starting us at a really good point. So I presume where it spawns me in here is where first place car will begin. So we're going to head off, and we're going to immediately turn up this narrow little hill. This is going to be a mean. This is going to be a very, very mean start. And it's a very steep hill as well. In terms of cars, you're going to need traction, you're going to need power. And I'm not exactly going to play nice with the checkpoint placement in as far as I'll give you much wiggle room. There's not going to be much wiggle room for running wide through here. I mean, one little mistake on this bit and you are falling off the cliff, pretty much. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, you can't really afford to go... I can't actually have it much wider than there. That's just where the checkpoint is going to be. And that's what I love about the course creator and so on, is that we can build roads on these bits that are too narrow for the game to, I guess, put normal races. Let's face it, this, as a normal race, wouldn't work. This is pure time trialing area. As a straight-up race, I've got a kitten on my shoulder. I wish I had cat cam. Kittens, you are asleep, Eve. Why are you over here? So you're welcome to come and have cuddles if that's what you're after. Is that what you're after, Eve? Have you not had... There was all four of them curled up on the windowsill. I might have a picture to put in. I think it's saved. I'll show you the kitten cuddle train. And Eve has decided she's woken up and now wants a fuss. You gotta love the intermittent cat distractions. There we go. I don't know if you're going to get a cat meow down the microphone. You're going to get a cat flop on the controller. Thankfully, it's okay. We don't have to worry too much. So it's not like we're delicately driving down an incredibly narrow mountain pass. Again, I'm trying to make sure to stick the checkpoints so that you can't, run along the inside of the road here. I mean, if I do decide to use this for much, then, I would be able to stop myself, I guess, from doing it, but by having the checkpoints a bit further out, it just encourages it. It encourages it more. So we are now on to the, I guess, like downhill part of this. So this is kind of like a very quick hill down. It's not the biggest hill, not the biggest mountain to race around with here. Okay, a little bit narrower. There we go. But it's a fairly nasty little section to have to try and tackle. We will have a corner on the tarmac. There's no way to avoid it in this particular area, so now we run all the way down here. To stop any sort of sneaky jumping, I'm going to put a checkpoint over on this part. I'm going to keep the checkpoints narrow. So yeah, you've got to kind of run down there. We'll sort of have to turn the car a little bit, and then what we're going to do is, to try and make sure that everything follows the route how I want it to follow the route. That can go over there. As I said, there is going to be a tarmac corner. I guess I could kind of loop it through the grass. I'd sort of rather follow a path, though. I'd rather follow a path than have a full-on grass turn. Now, this does have the advantage of having a crest, does have the advantage of having a jump, and there's a water splash. Yes, the course has got everything that I look for in a rally stage. Also, all areas covered, and I'm going to put it there so that you can't sneak around the water splash. Although, that's a fairly shallow, fairly small water section. So it might even be a dried up section potentially come summer. I don't know. I guess that would be one of the things that seasons could change depending on how you run them. Although I would inevitably, if I use any of these, it would be set to a fixed season. So things like that were consistent for all of the cars. We have another checkpoint there. I guess there could be a little bit of cutting across the grass if you were really wanting to I'll have another checkpoint midway around this big old puddle. That can go there, so you can't really cut too much there. Oh, there is some water on the inside, I guess, if you run a little bit too close. I don't know whether you'd... There's probably not much advantage to trying to run too close there. Now we head back down this way. I'm going to do more checkpoints. I don't know whether more checkpoints is more good. Probably. But I'm going to go with probably, and then we're going to want to turn and stick a checkpoint. Stick a checkpoint right on the apex. So you'll have to... Maybe we'll make it... I say make it a bit mean. You'll have to make the... I guess it's still a late apex. But you can't cut through there, basically, by having it like that. You can't really cut that corner, because, well, you'll miss the checkpoint. Then we're going to head down this way. Now, this is a drift zone, I think. It's an interesting little section, certainly coming up towards the end of this. One of the nastiest, tightest hairpin parts that you will come across, actually, come to think of it, outside of something that I deviously make on the beach or whatever. This is probably the most technical of the full-on dirt roads, or the couple of corners the most technical of the full-on dirt roads. Another checkpoint up there. Then we will run around this part. We'll stick another one. So we start coming into this area to try and encourage staying on the road. Well, I think going off the road you might end up losing far too much time getting lost, etc. Now let's put one checkpoint here. Keep it nice and narrow, like so. And then we'll have a checkpoint right on the hairpin. Again, make sure there is no cutting. If we can have the inside of the... There we go, perfect. So now you've got to go around the hairpin properly. I guess you could kind of dive across the inside and then... But you have such a wonky line on the way out, it's just not really worth it. And again, we'll have another one here. About there. Perfect. How are we doing distance? 1.8 miles. So it's not exactly a long... well, it's not exactly a long rally stage. What I'm thinking is... So, we can come out here, and we could have this as the finish line, or we could have another little bit of tarmac driving. What's the puddle like down there, do we reckon? Do I want to throw the cars through the water? Not particularly, if I'm honest. I think I'd rather have the vehicles spat out onto the road. I guess it could be a little bit wider, but don't want them jumping too far across the inside. So you can jump out onto the road here. Can run along the road, because I spotted a little bit of tarmac. Not a little bit of tarmac, sorry, a little bit of dirt as a extra. Wasn't expecting to run down here, but you know, you can use the whole of the road for that checkpoint, because it's not about being narrow down there. And then we will have... Yeah, that's not too far. I mean, you also got to bear in mind that we're driving quite... well, we're driving very sedately as we are just placing checkpoints along the way. That checkpoint's a bit of a funky angle, but we'll have it narrow. As you're coming onto another quite narrow section of the road, we will have another checkpoint. These are very, very narrow checkpoints, but it's good in, you know, forcing you to not screw around and take too many liberties with just, you know, prattling off-road. I mean, entirely off... I mean, we are off-road, but entirely off-path, if you like. Now, this one, I'm going to try and set up at a very specific angle. There we go. So, we can have it a little wider, but I'm going to have it all the way across there. Again, so you can't cut that corner, because you're going to have to get the checkpoint. Then we will run up here. I guess we'll put one more. Yeah, 2.5 miles is not too shabby. Oh, there might be another jump for us as well. But just before the jump, I say a jump. Maybe at full-on attack speed, we might get a little bit of airtime. And then run our way up here to a finish line plonked around about here. Place the finish line. These are going to be point to point. It's very difficult with the way the start points are positioned and the roads that I want to use. It's very, very difficult to make a lap up that I want. Well, I say that I want. It's more difficult to make a lap up to go around the certain parts without having a really fiddly extra bit on the end. If you want a really, really tight technical route, They're going to have so much fun. For this first one, I am going to run it myself. We'll then run a second race. Hey! It's a Corvette's fallen off. There's a Corvette down the mountain. Chevrolet down. Chevrolet stuck. You're probably not going to be able to make the course. The AI might get a little bit stuck on this one. Oh, I so want to race bloody Unimogs around here. That could be really quite entertaining. I have a feeling what we're going to do for our proper race against the AI. I have a really, really good feeling about that. The rest of them made a pretty good fist of it all so far. As they're buggering off into the distance. If I was time trialing this, I might, rather than start at the start line, I might just park the car up here and start with the, so it's just like an initial launch on the tarmac and then straight into, oh, it actually reset and got going again. Well, that might cause some issues for me if the Corvette's going to get in the way, because it's probably not going to have rally tyres. It's a brutal start. You've really got to be, actually very, very careful with the car. It's, if you overdrive it, very easy to, well, A, it'd be very easy to fall off the course. It's very easy to almost drive it in too hard for a checkpoint and then lose a lot of time. So you have to balance aggression through some of these early bits and that all-important little bit of caution for that bit of safety. Right, so we jump onto the tarmac, head around there. Don't actually know if I want to really be sliding. We're wasting time on the exit. Are we going to get any airtime? Oh, a little bit of airtime. Not a massive jump, but we do get a little bit of airtime. Through the water we go. Slower through there. Oh, we get some airtime across that part. The Corvette's having fun and games around here. Can't say I blame it. My Ford here is all-wheel drive S1 class. It's about 700 horsepower going on in this. So as you can imagine, and rally tyres, rally suspension, managed pretty well suited to the course. We can run wide on the exit there if we want, although whether we're going to be wanting to or not, I don't know. Maybe I'll put another checkpoint down there, although for my purposes we can just follow the road, end up out wide. Make sure though you're not too wide, otherwise you'll miss coming up towards the checkpoint. Then we head towards a hairpin, slide the car through there, jump on the throttle out the other side. Oh, got a little bit switched the wrong way. That's not going to help a stage time, if you like. And we can splat our way through the checkpoint. Don't think I really want to be putting wheels on the grass. Ideally through there. The Corvette's got some decent go about it once it's got going again. That really. Oh, that tree there is a scary bugger. No. Oh, you missed a checkpoint. I'm going to miss a checkpoint. No. That is a nasty checkpoint. Oh, I don't know if I got the checkpoint. I think I did. But yeah, we got the checkpoint. We're going to beat the Corvette. That's a horrible, horrible place. And then another hairpin to go. Yeah, that stage works pretty well. That's a pretty interesting. There is a big jump across there towards the finish. So there's 3 jumps, sort of a water splash and another one. That's the old sand rally. Okay, I don't know what. I haven't come up with proper names for these. It's going to be hilly rally because screw it. That'll do. It'll work. Create custom event. Yes, I would like to run it as a custom event. I want to race it with Unimog, although the AI won't. But the AI won't race with modified Unimogs. It's not going to matter though, because they'll be modified, but they won't be modified as much as they can be. So if we go to custom, I want to go with a Mercedes Unimog. They will upgrade theirs, I think as they keep with standard engines, if I remember correctly. But we'll run our vehicle. I guess it would be a dirt series technically more than a cross-country series. Go custom, so we can see where we're going. Create that. Sure. I'm going to hazard a guess this will be difficult. I'm going to hazard a guess this will probably not go amazingly well, because that narrow section is tough in a car. We already saw the AIs fall off with one of their cars, the second one very nearly fell off. So running a Unimog field around here probably won't be the safest idea. It will be the funniest idea, and that's the important thing, really. So, here we go. Now, I'm going to sit back. I know I'll have the power to outdrag these guys, but I'm going to say I'm not allowed to overtake until we get off-road. Everyone gets through turn 1 pretty well. Oh dear! They don't get through turn the next bit very well. You've made a mess of this all. Oh dear. Someone's blocked up the route. Don't go in reverse, guys. Oh, wow. Someone actually has really blocked up the route. You cheaty bugger. You cheaty bugger. You've ghosted your way through. Everyone. Who's got stuck? Who's done it? Why have you not reset? I don't understand why you haven't reset from there. Hold on. I am on rescue duty. The FailRace booping service is in session. Alpaca, could you roll over, please? Oh, crap. Come on. Roll over. Roll over, please. Would be a good idea. Can I get... So, well, he's got the plan. Look at that. Look at the AI go. He's figured out what to do. You've missed the checkpoint, I think, mate. But I applaud that. How did you have the momentum to go up there? I like the thought. Well, we've broken it immediately. I knew this was going to happen eventually. It wasn't going to take long before we could really confuse the AI. I didn't expect it to be one truck was going to get stuck on its side. Oh, someone has broken free. Must have been that orange truck. Hold on. Let's go for a little bit more of a run-up. Problem is that everyone's so stuck behind that truck. Oh. I've not helped. I've made matters worse, I think, in all of that. How are you not resetting? The wheels are spinning, and nobody's at home, really. The ones further back are at least trying to move. There we go. Right, I think I might have got you righted to the point where you can maybe go. Hold on, let's just dive out of the way. Go on, blue trucks. You are good to go. Honestly, there is potential. There should be potential movement. No, this is the... Well, this is what our life is now. Aww. I was so looking forward... It was going fairly well. I mean, it was badly, but fairly well. We're really struggling actually getting going up here, which is odd. We should have more than enough power. He's even righted himself and they're just not going. Have we broken them entirely? Have we completely... I think we've completely... they might be stuck or not being able to have the momentum to get going with their stock vehicles. Come on, get some movement. I wonder if I just bugger off if they'll magically sort themselves out. But we saw someone climb up the hill, so, you know, they should be okay to go. I say stock vehicles, they're not going to be stock vehicles. They'll be modified to B-class, I think they put them as. This will have less issue with the fences. We can kind of get away with just about crushing every fence out of the way. Oh, that's risky! That was quite risky. Hey, they've teleported themselves. They've fixed themselves. Hey, happy days. Whoa. You've all missed that corner. Guys. Oh, bloody. Okay, you are in ghost mode. They really don't know how to take that corner. Oh, there's a big crash. There's a lot of Unimogs have missed. A lot of Unimogs have completely missed that turn. Right, and they carry a lot of speed down the hill. I'm amazed they actually make it that far, but never mind. We've got a battle now for second place. I mean, the victor's already gone on one. I think you missed that corner as well, didn't you, you bugger? Do you not know where the brake is? You're just making up... I very, very delicately and carefully crafted this exquisite rally stage, and you're just making your own route up. Are you going to make that corner, or are you going to miss it awfully? Brakes, they are useful. I mean, you missed that checkpoint as well, but I guess you were... Oh, no, you weren't. Oh, I suspect these are going to go swimming in the big pond as we exit the dirt section. But this is great entertainment, not going to lie. More entertainment value in this than I expected for AI doping about when I've built... They are never making the hairpin either, are they? There is not a hope in hell you are going to make the hairpin. They'll make it through here. You've turned in way too soon. Where are you going? You muppet. Complete muppet. Bonus muppet points for you. Nidge one? Oh, you might make the checkpoint ish. You're going to get stuck again, aren't you? Next cars. Oh, there's a lot of them. Hey! Hashtag made a checkpoint. No one else did. Where are you going? There is a brake. There is a brake button. I promise you there is a brake button. You made a corner. Sorry, I'm in the way. I got excited. Are you going to make the next corner? We'll follow this next group because they're probably going to get... They're going to get lost on the puddle, aren't they? I can just sense they're going to carry way too much speed out here. No, they have actually... Oh, I know where they are. Definitely going to get lost. Let's just go follow this group because the rest of them will catch up because they'll eventually sort of cheat and teleport their way forward because they can't figure out a simple hairpin. They're going to be okay getting onto this section where I missed the checkpoint with the Falcon and where the Corvette went wide. Oh, surprisingly, they made that. I'm very surprised. Can they do the hairpin? Yeah, better than expected, actually. They go very, very wide. They'll go very explory over here, but they will make... Okay. Hey, they're too wide further back. One of them almost stayed on the road. I mean, they didn't. They hit a tree, but they almost stayed on the road. A lot of airtime from Unimog. The AI not liking the Unimog so much around there. An interesting course. Very narrow in places. Very demanding. A little bit more speed, perhaps, than the beach. There are a couple of faster sections. You've got the downhill sprint, and there is more in the way of jumps. There is a proper water splash to go through as well, as opposed to thick sand. It's an interesting prospect. I like both of the stages so far. Yeah, they're good. They're good little rally circuits. The AI, though, do struggle. It's quite a task getting the Unimogs around such a technical stage. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Oh, pardon me. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.